Hey, what's going on, you guys? This is Madam, and I'm coming back to you again. And this time we're going to go over to the blast. You want it, we got it. And basically, this is about Brandy Norwood. She is being sued, and it says the singer Brandy accused of age discrimination after firing a 60-year-old housekeeper. Okay. And this article is by Mike Walters, and it says singer Brandy is being sued by a former housekeeper who claims she was wrongfully fired after 20 years of working for the singer because of her age. According to the legal documents obtained by the Blast, Elizabeth Jewels is suing Brandy Norwood for wrongful termination and age discrimination, claiming she is over 60 years old and was fired by the singer because she did not want an older employee. In the filing, Jewels claims she worked for Brandy at her home in Calabasas, California, starting on September of 2002 at the rate of $125 per day. During the next 20 years, her responsibilities primarily consisted of cooking, cleaning, and doing laundry. Okay? Shocking. The housekeeper alleges Brandy not wanting an older employee on February the 25th, 2022, wrongfully terminated her, adding this wrongful termination was due to age discrimination against Jewels. Plus, the former housekeeper says the singer failed to pay her for the final 2 days of wages owed after the filing. Now, the ex-employee has filed a lawsuit in Los Angeles County courts, making a host of allegations against the singer not being able to take proper breaks, meal periods, and accurately paying overtime the past few years. Specifically, the former housekeeper says she was not permitted to take an uninterrupted 10-minute rest break in the morning and an uninterrupted 30-minute meal break for every 5 hours. Also, she claims Brandy failed to provide itemized wage statements that properly and accurately itemized the number of hours she worked at the effective regular pay rate and the effective overtime pay rates. Employees' actions towards Jewels constitutes desperate treatment based on unlawful age-related reasons, such as discrimination was a substantial motivating factor, but not the sole factor in causing her damages, the filing states. It continues as a direct and prominent result of Brandy's conduct, individually and collectively. She suffers and continues to suffer substantial losses in incomes, earnings, and benefits, and has been damaged in her capacity to earn her salary, and has lost and will continue to lose employment benefits, adding it caused severe and serious injury to her person. In the end, Jewels claims the wrongful termination caused her to suffer and continue to suffer from humiliation, anxiety, severe emotional distress, worry, fear, and she is seeking damages of over $250,000 and has filed a claim under the California Fair Employment and Housing Act. Adding employees did the things above alleged initially, obsessively, and maliciously with evil and malevolent motive to injure Jewels. These acts, which resulted in her wrongful termination against public policy, was obnoxious, despicable, and ought not to be suffered by any member of the community. So far, Brandy has not specifically expounded, to the, I think it's supposed to be responded responded to the allegations in the lawsuit, but a representative for the singer responded to the lawsuit, saying, "We disagree and we have further comments after we speak with our lawyers." Filed under, look, Miss Norwood. You can never really tell. So anything I'm about to say right now is alleged. I do not have first-hand knowledge, so I will just be giving my basic opinion. And like I said before, any story that I do about celebrities will be considered as alleged or allegedly. It is not the direct factual or detailed account. If and ever when I do have the possession to be able to speak like that, then I will. But right now, this is allegedly. Anywho, with that being said, like this is a touchy thing. She's worked for her for many years. And, Brandy Norwood, she's no stranger to being in the news. However, I just felt like this matter could have been settled, like, in-house. But, of course, for whatever reason, her former employee feels slighted. And she feels like, she's going to, suffer as a result of her being terminated. Hopefully more details will come out. Realistically, just stating any job is not promised. You could be working for a company for 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 years, and then next thing you know, they're downsizing or something like that, or whatever the case may be. It could be a range and number of things. Not saying that she wasn't in her right to file a lawsuit against her. However, realistically, you have to look at it at a standpoint of, have a backup plan. And I think for a lot of people, sometimes they do not, tend to look and observe and keep this in the back of their head. I'm not saying that this is what this woman was specifically thinking. I'm just saying in general. Sometimes we are at a job or a gig for so long, and we feel like our job and job titles are secure, just to have, as they say, to use a metaphor, have the rug pulled up from underneath of us. It's very sad and very tragic. I hope that the lady is able to recover after this. However, it is always good to put in good practice, to have a B plan, to have a backup plan, to have another source of income, a savings, and things of that nature. But sadly, we wasn't taught this in school, and some people were never taught this. Some people literally have to hit rock bottom in order to discover, you might want to, save some money up, or you might want to have like a side hustle, or you might want to, look into other avenues of income, other sources of income. And sadly, a lot of people get, trapped up in that, especially the people that are of the ages of 60 and older. It's just a thing that happens. Ultimately, I hope that everything works out for both parties. And with that being said, this is the time for you to drop down in the comments. Let me know how you feel about this. Brandy Norwood. Brandy. You know what I mean? It feel kind of strange saying her name. Her whole name. But Brandy, yeah. It just happens, Like I said, it doesn't seem like it's a really serious thing. I felt like it could have been held in house. For whatever reason, allegedly, she was held back from her last two payments after she had filed this lawsuit. I just felt like they could have just sat down and had a conversation about that. Christ's sake, she did work for this woman for 20 years, and Brandy did employ her for 20 years. So I would assume that it would have been some type of rapport established, her trusting her to be in her home around her child, and family, the inner workings of, her daily life. Needless to say, it could have been, settled in the house anyway. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for coming to my video. I do appreciate it as always. And with that, I will get with you in the next video.